Jennifer Lopez has always controlled her image, A-list glam, billion-dollar beauty deals, Hollywood power, but now she's being sued by someone who claims the whole thing is a facade. A former assistant, someone who worked inside her circle for years, has filed a tell-all lawsuit that threatens to tear down the empire J.Lo spent decades building. Allegations of diva behavior, emotional manipulation, NDAs being weaponized, and claims that Jennifer runs her businesses like a queen with no mercy. This isn't tabloid gossip, this is in court, and we've got the documents, the breakdown, and the timeline. You thought the Jennifer breakup rumors were wild. That was just the pre-show. Let's get into it. On May 31st, 2025, news broke that a former personal assistant of Jennifer Lopez had officially filed a civil lawsuit in LA County Superior Court. The filing, now made public, includes allegations of unpaid overtime, toxic workplace conditions, emotional distress, and a long list of personal demands that allegedly violated California labor laws. But that's not all. What makes this case different is that the assistant, we'll call her C for now, has attached a sealed NDA that she's challenging on constitutional grounds. Why? Because she claims the NDA was used to silence illegal behavior, not private matters. Here are just some of the accusations: being expected to be on call 24/7 with zero paid overtime, receiving text messages at 3 a.m. demanding ice cold Fiji water, custom hotel robes, and a full hair and makeup team by sunrise, being berated over minor infractions like wrong flower arrangements or scented candles not being placed in the correct corner. J.Lo allegedly using fierce control, with staff turnover described as a revolving door of breakdowns. Perhaps most shocking, the claim that Lopez instructed team members to spy on Ben Affleck when they were separated in early 2024. The assistant alleges she was morally uncomfortable and that when she pushed back, she was terminated. Jennifer Lopez's legal team immediately responded to the headlines with a short statement. These allegations are false, defamatory, and clearly timed to coincide with major upcoming projects. Ms. Lopez will rigorously defend herself in court. But the internet was already buzzing. Screenshots of old interviews, clips of her demanding behavior on set, and stories from backup dancers and stylists resurfaced within hours. One video from 2014 where she says, "If you're going to work for me, leave your ego at the door because mine takes up all the space," went mega viral on X. Here's where it gets complicated. Some fans say she's a perfectionist. That's why she's a legend. Others argue there's a difference between being a boss and being a tyrant. The hashtag JLo Exposed trended overnight alongside Free Her Assistant, and even Jennifer was right. Yep, people started dragging Ben Affleck back into the conversation, with clips of him looking miserable on red carpets making a return to the timeline. And now some fans are asking, was J.Lo's public image carefully crafted to hide a very different reality behind closed doors? This isn't the first time Lopez has faced diva accusations. In 2022, a viral TikTok compilation of former staffers claiming she was cold, dismissive, and obsessed with control had already made waves. There are rumors of her banning staff from speaking to her directly, only allowing a communication through a handler. One ex-stylist said, "She'll look through you like you're invisible, but if you mess up, she'll destroy your entire day." And let's not forget that she's burned through 3 managers in 5 years. Now fans are connecting the dots. Lopez isn't just a pop star or actress. She's a brand with deals in skincare, alcohol, fashion, fitness, even virtual wellness. Her whole business empire is built on being real, relatable, and empowering. So if these allegations stick, or even just stay in the headlines, it could spell major trouble. Brands don't like lawsuits, investors hate unpredictability, and the worst thing a public figure can face in 2025, being labeled fake. Next hearing is scheduled for June 17th, where Lopez's lawyers are expected to request a dismissal of the case or move to private arbitration, which critics say is a way of keeping things quiet. But if the assistant's NDA challenge is upheld, it could mean a public trial. That means depositions, testimony under oath, and a whole lot of uncomfortable details entering the public record. And if other former employees come forward, this might just be the beginning. So what does all this mean? It means that even the most polished celebrity image can crack. It means that the people behind the scenes, assistants, stylists, security, have a voice now and platforms to be heard. And it raises a real question: can you still be a girl boss in 2025 if the people around you are calling you a monster? Jennifer Lopez has survived decades in Hollywood, but this could be her biggest test yet, and the court of public opinion is already in session. What's also surprising is how quiet Hollywood has been. No fellow A-listers have come to Jennifer's defense. Not one. Not from the acting world, not from the music industry, and definitely not from the world of fashion or beauty, where JLo has huge influence. It's the silence that's deafening, and that says more than 1,000 retweets ever could. But here's the thing. This lawsuit isn't just about JLo, it's about power dynamics in celebrity culture. The NDAs, the intimidation, the image management. When a celebrity builds an empire on being for the people, but those working for her say they were broken by her, that's when a brand stops being aspirational and starts becoming controversial. One time in my life I spoke to J.Lo, met her, and she seemed like a really chill, nice person. Maybe she was in a good mood that day, I don't know, but you know, we all have temper, we all nervous sometimes. Some things that we plan don't work, or your kids are behaving in a weird way. I don't know why. Maybe some moments where her assistant felt she was unappreciated, or J.Lo decided to yell at her. Something like that can happen, especially if a person have this bad temper or too emotional like J.Lo can be. That's why I don't want to be a lawyer of J.Lo. I just want to say that people sometimes are too sensitive. We'll find out in court what's gonna happen between her and her former assistant. Cases like this happens all the time. Let's remember a lawsuit between Naomi Campbell and her former assistant, where her assistant actually claimed that Naomi threw a cell phone at her and always behaved in a weird way, making her do things she didn't want to do and stuff like that. So what happens now? Will this lawsuit vanish in private arbitration like so many others before it? Or will this be the moment that cracks the glamour shield wide open? We'll keep following every twist, every court update, and every public reaction. And here's where you come in. What do you believe? Was this just a disgruntled ex-employee trying to cash in? Or is there a deeper truth about how the celebrity machine really works? Let me know in the comments, and don't hold back, because at the end of the day, these stories aren't just about fame and lawsuits. They're about people. People with power. People without it, and what happens when those worlds collide. Thanks for watching, and if you're here for the real stories behind the glitz and glam, make sure you're subscribed, because the truth is just getting started.